Let's get more on those GM sales numbers. For that, let's bring in Susan Docherty. She's Vice President of U.S. Sales at General Motors. She joins us right now from Detroit. Susan, good afternoon. Let's talk about those numbers. You know, they're based on GM's big declines a year ago, so shouldn't the comparison kind of be better this year, kind of be even stronger? Help me out here with these numbers.
Well, hi, Matt. Hi, Carol. Thanks for having me on. In terms of our performance in the month of October, we're certainly not declaring victory, but we're really happy to be reporting that we're making progress. Our retail business was up 15% over the same period in October of 2008, and it was primarily driven by the strength of our launch products. Products like the new Chevy Camaro, Equinox, the Buick LaCrosse, the GMC Terrain, and the Cadillac SRX.
All right, but let me ask you, like I said, I mean, because you guys had a big decline a year ago, I mean, shouldn't the comparison be even bigger this year? I mean, is there something still, Susan, holding sales back here?
No, I wouldn't say that there's something holding sales back. You know, when you think about it, the industry is still only running at about 10.7 million units. We had gotten used to an industry that ran at 14, 15, 16 million units on an annual basis, so we're certainly not out of the woods. But I'm happy to report that we're making progress. And what's important here is that our sales in the month of October are a lot healthier because they're based on our four brands, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. That drove 95% of our business in the month of October, versus a year ago where that only represented about 85% of our business.
Let me ask you, is GM kind of dragging its feet here? Because Ford's sales, the majority came from 2010 models, and your sales, the majority comes from 2009 models. Is there a reason for the lag, or is it just about labeling the cars?
I'm glad you asked that. 47% of our business in October was driven by our 2010 model products. That includes all of our new launch products. And 52% of our business came from our 09 models. That was predominantly driven by our pickups. We went to market in the month of October with Truck Month for both Chevrolet and GMC, and the majority of that business was the 2009 full-size pickups and full-size utilities.
All right, can we also talk a little bit, Susan, about inventory levels? I mean, I think you've got, what, 80-day supply for your core brands. It seems to be kind of a little bit higher than you would expect if inventory has been depleted. I mean, why is it so high?
Well, I don't think that the inventory is high. When you think about where we were a year ago, our inventory was up in the 750 to 800,000 unit range. We're now down at about 450,000, representing about a 77-day supply, so we're a lot healthier. We also need to remember that we're winding down some brands here like Saturn and Pontiac. We've got about 9,000 Saturns left in inventory and about 10,000 Pontiacs. The wind down of both of those brands is going very smoothly, but the mix of our sales in October was driven by the four brands that I mentioned and is certainly a lot healthier.
What's the hottest ticket for 2010, Susan, for car nuts? What's awesome out there besides the Camaro?
Well, if we've got families out there that are looking for lots of functional uses and great utility, our new Chevrolet Equinox gets 32 miles per gallon on the highway with a 600-mile range. I would say it's the hot ticket.
I'm going to go with the Camaro nonetheless.
I think you sold them. All right, Susan, thanks so much. Susan Docherty, VP of U.S. Sales from General Motors.